excited to be here with you again. I'm Dr. Hendriksz, a pediatrician and a medical educator, which means I get to teach people how to be doctors, and most importantly, a mom. And I'm joined again by my two daughters.
I'm Bailey. I'm 7 years old and I'm in second grade, as you know.
I'm Zoe. I'm in 4th grade and I am 9 years old.
Fantastic. We got a few more questions since we made our last video, so we wanted to go through those questions today. Oh, I almost forgot. We are joined today by a special guest. Bailey, do you want to introduce the special guest?
This is Sunshine. She is 1 year old and she is not in school.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sunshine, for joining us. Bailey, did you want to start with the first question?
How did it start?
How did it start? Such a great question. So this coronavirus, we know where it started, which was in China. We know when it started. It was first discovered around December in 2019. We actually don't know exactly how it started. There are other coronaviruses out there, and we have been able to identify the source of those coronaviruses. Sometimes they come from animals like cats. Sometimes they come from other animals like bats. This one specifically, we haven't actually figured out yet. We're still learning about it.
Why is it called COVID-19?
Why do we call the disease COVID-19? COVID stands for coronavirus, and 19 stands for the year when it was discovered, 2019. So COVID-19. We also got a question that asked, why does it affect kids differently than adults? And that's another question that we are still trying to figure out the answers to. There's a lot of theories out there about why. It has to do with how robust each of our immune systems are and what our responses are, but we're still figuring that out.
Maybe it's because kids' systems are stronger than adults because they're younger.
Yeah, that might be true. I love that theory. There's another theory for you. One of the theories that I've heard has to do with how much of an immune response our bodies produce, with adults having a little bit more of an immune response and then having some worse reactions because of it, worse respiratory disease specifically because of it. But like I said, we're still figuring it out. So it's always good to come up with theories and then to see what we can do to test them. Zoe and Bailey put together some beautiful pictures to help us to demonstrate a few ways we can protect ourselves against viruses and bacteria, particularly against this virus, the one that causes COVID-19.
So in our little thing, apparently I have COVID-19.
COVID-19. So Zoe now has COVID-19. Remember, most of the time, especially with kids, it's going to cause a pretty mild illness, maybe some little bit of runny nose, some cough, some sneezing. So if Zoe has COVID-19 and you happen to sneeze, she just sneezed out. Remember, that's how it's spread, is through respiratory droplets. Luckily, somehow I missed it, but she just sneezed out one of the viruses and it landed on Bailey's hand. Now, if Bailey were to eat anything, if she were to touch her face, that virus would get inside of her and potentially infect her. But what's Bailey going to do instead?
Wash her hands.
Go ahead.
Wash my hands.
So she's running her hands underwater. She's grabbing some soap. And look at her scrub that virus particle right off of her. She's washing her hands for a full, how long do we wash our hands for?
1 minute or 30 seconds.
How many times are you going to sing the ABCs?
Twice.
Twice. Fantastic. So washing our hands for a good thorough time, and then we see that virus is gone.
Byron.
That virus particle, that's not actually a word, I just made that up. Is now gone down the drain. We're good and in the clear.
Goodbye.
Bailey can eat, she
Goodbye,
can wipe her
virus.
nose. We're good. Now let's do that scenario again. So Zoe, again, you want to use this one?
COVID-19.
She has COVID-19 and she coughs or sneezes, and that little virus gets onto Bailey's hand. And let's say this time Bailey doesn't wash her hands. And let's say she touches her nose, she wipes her nose, or touches her mouth, she eats something, and now that virus is inside of her. Do we have anything inside our bodies that can help to fight viruses like this coronavirus?
We have a white blood cell.
We have a white blood cell. Do you want to hold that up? Fantastic. So we have white blood cells inside our bodies. We have a bunch of different kinds. This one here is a neutrophil, but we have quite a few different kinds of white blood cells that help to fight different bacteria and viruses that get inside our body. What else do we have?
We have
Lymph nodes?
lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes. We have lymph nodes all around our body. Can you guys feel here for me? Feel on your necks? Feel on the back of your neck? Feel on the back of your head? Feel in your armpits? Feel up here above your clavicles or collarbones. Those are all areas where we have lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are these little tiny pockets of fluid that are all connected, and they help to filter out some harmful substances like bacteria and viruses. And they also work in conjunction with our white blood cells to help to fight infection. So I don't know if you guys have ever had an infection where your lymph nodes got swollen, where you could actually feel those little tiny lymph nodes suddenly felt a little bit bigger. That's a really good sign that our body's fighting infection and it's helping to absorb it. So what happens when our lymph nodes and our white blood cells are able to contact this coronavirus? Oh, the coronavirus died. So remember the ways that we keep our bodies really healthy and strong, the way that we can help support our immune system, our white blood cells, our lymph nodes, and everything that makes up our immune system is by eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. If you can't get a hold of fresh fruits and vegetables, frozen fruits and vegetables work really well too. Moving our bodies in really healthy ways, getting plenty of rest. We hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, Sunshine. Thank you.